Death may be universally experienced, but it remains the least understood part of life. Pathway Home of the Finger Lakes is changing the way families experience death and dying. It is a comfort care home with a mission to provide a home-like environment for the terminally ill. The quality care and emotional support received at Pathway Home has given families strength, peace, and hope, replacing loneliness with warmth and caring. With the help of trained volunteers and staff, Pathway Home provides 24-hour care for 2 residents at a time at no cost to the resident or their family. Families are encouraged to feel at home. The living room, dining room, and deck are all available for families to use as they would their own home. A large kitchen is available to prepare meals. Accommodations have been made for family members to stay overnight if they wish. Funding for the daily operating expenses is dependent on memorials, donations, grants, and fundraising.
My mother-in-law, Lorraine, was actually the second person here at Pathway. And she came on a Wednesday and passed away on a Friday. But in that very short period of time, I got to see how a hospice home worked. And I have to tell you, I was nothing short of amazed.
I can't even put into words how wonderful this home is and what it has done to help my brother and all of us.
All I can say is every time I come here, I see things that I really can't even imagine people living anywhere else but here in hospice. First of all, they take very good care of her. I'm sad to leave today, but I know I'm leaving her in good hands.
But we can leave and not feel guilty and sad because you have so many loved people around you.
Our staff, our volunteers, we're the ones that take on that hands-on care. We take over that caregiver role so the families can go back to being family.
When I came here and I walked in that kitchen, I was really excited about the kitchen and them telling me I can cook and teach them how to cook and bake.
And I got to see the miracle of bringing the family together, of still celebrating birthdays and anniversaries and special moments.
As a volunteer, when I come here, I feel very fulfilled in my duties, taking care of the residents and the families, because the families are just as important as the residents. We call this their house. We're guests in their house.
We're totally comfortable with the care that he is getting here. And it's not just the care that my brother as the patient is getting, it's the care the family is getting. And that's the 110% of what they do at this home.
It's been good that I've been able to have family and friends come and see me here. It's a very open place, open-hearted.
I was in the Huntington nursing home waiting to get into a place like Pathway House. And I've been here for maybe 2 months, and I like it more every day.
When we have a resident who leaves us for the final time, my satisfaction comes from knowing that we gave them the best quality that they could ask for their final days. You know, it's about living, and even though, yes, they're here to die, that's essentially what they're coming here to do. But we try not to focus on that. We try to take each day as it comes. We do the best that we can on that day and focus on what is their, what they enjoy doing. And if we can give them a little pleasure, it makes it worthwhile, you know?
I have had the good fortune to be a part of Pathway Home from its concept to becoming true, and now we're focusing on that sustainability and the maintaining of services to our community. And part of that is a financial aspect, and our current budget is about $180,000 a year. The expense part of that includes our mortgage. We were not able to purchase this and pay for it all at the beginning, so we do have a mortgage. We have utilities. We do have supplies that we have to purchase, food for our guests, paper goods like toilet paper and paper towels, office supplies. Of course, as in every other budget, the major thing is salaries. We keep that down as much as we can by keeping volunteers and using volunteers. They make a tremendous impact, so the more volunteers you have, the lower the budget can be. We do pay for our executive director and our nighttime staff, because those are the hardest times to find volunteers to be willing to and able to come in. So those are the major expenses, and the major income that we have. While we do have some grants, we're not like a lot of other institutions where they're able to get insurance payment or money from the federal government or money from the state. We don't have that access, but we do apply for grants. We really depend heavily on contributions from our community members, businesses who have done corporate sponsors for us, individuals, families. We do a lot of fundraising events, and that is the majority of the income to balance our budget.
I strongly encourage people to volunteer, and I spread the word as much as I can to others. You can give as much as you would like or as little as you would like. There's no pressure as a volunteer as to how much you need to do, how long you need to be here. You can come once a month, you can come one day a week, you can come every day. When you leave, you feel, oh, I've done something for someone, and it's just as rewarding for you.
I haven't been here very long as a volunteer, but I found it very rewarding, and I think others would as well. It certainly gives you a feel for what the end of life could be like. It's just very calming and very soothing, and it kind of takes a lot of the fears of dying away. I wish everyone could experience it.
It's very hard sometimes to work with people that are dying, but those people need loving people with them, and that's what they have here at Pathway Home.
We have so many people and businesses and families and community members and organizations to thank. We could not be here today, would not be here today, without all of their support. And we ask that you consider to continue that support so that we can continue having the impact on our families and our community that has meant so much in the last 2 years, that we can continue that for years and years to come, so we can be here for your family or your friend's family in their time of need. Any way that you can help us maintain, sustain this important home here in Seneca County would be greatly appreciated.
So in conclusion, we're looking for both volunteers and financial contributions if possible.
If you want a family member to be cared for and loved, get their ass here.